Stage will continue in a moment here on A&E.
1988. It was a very Regal year, with the Buick Regal nameplate outselling every other midsize coupe in America, including Thunderbird, Cougar, and LeBaron GTC. Why was Regal such a smashing success? I guess you could say that we Americans know a good thing when we drive it. Buick Regal, the best-selling midsize coupe in 1988.
The great American road belongs to Buick.
Every 6 seconds, someone in America gets one. A free phone card from U.S. Sprint. The phone card lets you sample Sprint's fiber optic long-distance sound quality from any phone in America without changing phone companies. And you'll save up to 10, 20, even 30% every time you use it. To get your free phone card, call Sprint now and talk with the best.
Tomorrow on A&E. At 8, China and Russia shake hands at the death of American ally Chiang Kai-shek on the Eagle and the Bear. Then at 8:30, Richard Burton pays tribute to Winston Churchill, the valiant years. At 9, a surrogate mother, her baby, and a protesting teacher form a tragic triangle in Pieta. Next at 10:30, it's the best in independent filmmaking on short stories. And at 11, L.A. Law's Alan Rashines hosts A&E's An Evening at the Improv. Tomorrow on A&E.
In the 90s. It might be better than you think.
I have a spot of Harvey Bristol cream, talking all night. I have a spot of Harvey Bristol cream. No, Mr. Right. Harvey's Bristol cream.
It's terrible.
Very, very.
Upper.
Like it rusty.
Upper crusty.
Harvey, chérie?
Your palace or mine?
Picture this, a game with over 70 million prizes, enough for 1 out of 3 people to win. Introducing Scrabble at McDonald's. You can win hot chicken McNuggets, a cool $1 million. Or spell the right word and win a $1,000 shopping spree at Sears. How are you going to get all that stuff home? Oh, I see. Play Scrabble at McDonald's. In a word, you can win.
Every Tuesday night at 9, witness brilliant stars, great directors, and fabulous films come together on A&E's Screening Room. Tuesdays at 9.
We now continue with the Red Shoes here on A&E.
Which would you prefer? New Rancher's Choice from Kraft. The one real choice.
A cheese riddle. Say, ma'am, what do you get when you add Monterey Jack cheese to plain chili? Happy cowboys. Cheese makes it taste even better, so don't forget the cheese.
The new Buick Riviera. It's a classic all over again.
The road has been waiting, you're anticipating the spirit you felt way back when. Riviera is back, a classic again. It's a legend once more, what the road's waited for. Riviera, a classic returns. Oh, the great American road belongs to Buick.
Hello, I'm Glenda. You can see Turtle Diary, The Music Lovers, and Women in Love on A&E's Screening Room.
Arts and Entertainment is brought to you by the Memphis and Shelby County Public Library and Information Center.
Large print books suit all sorts of people, from those with visual impairments to those who wish to avoid eye strain. The books are easy to read because the type is nearly twice the size of that found in regular books. You'll find large print versions of popular titles by today's authors. Don't miss out on your favorites because of vision difficulties. Check out your public library's large print books.
Bored?
We now continue with the Red Shoes here on A&E.
licensing too long for $20,000.
Is running
Your child's life is in danger.
out.
It's not gonna work.
Catch Pieta on A&E. Premiering April 7th.
Compaq has consistently led the industry with products that incorporate the latest technology.
Miss Lucas, it's time to board.
You have time for this?
I have time.
The Compaq laptop pushes the state of the art.
Now that's neat.
It's my secret weapon.
Compaq understands what its customers want.
Welcome to New York. How was the flight?
I can't wait to show you.
If we could make you a salad with dehydrated lettuce or fresh lettuce, which would you prefer? Dehydrated tomatoes or fresh, ripe tomatoes, which would you prefer? The leading ranch dressing made with dehydrated buttermilk or new Rancher's Choice from Kraft made with fresh buttermilk, which would you prefer? New Rancher's Choice from Kraft, the one real choice.
Peace with honor in Vietnam.
The 70s, a decade of people, places, trends, and events that shaped our lives in the 80s. A&E takes you back in time for a year-by-year look in Decades 70s. Premiering April 12th.
What is that, sir?
That, Charles, is my new Porsche 928 S4.
Shall I have the chauffeur put it in the garage?
Fire the chauffeur.
Liquid bleach, brightly colored clothes.
Spill it, splatter it, it doesn't matter, it's liquid Clorox too. She's colors pretty and white's bright too. Liquid Clorox too.
It was a hot, steamy night. Drains were clogged all over town.
Three tough guys.
Plumbing.
For clogs at their worst.
It is for you.
Liquid Plumber is the plumber to call first. To clear out tough clogs, call Liquid Plumber first.
Imagine you were a car. What would you be? You'd be a sports car. You'd be quick, agile. You'd be turbocharged. And of course, you'd be a Porsche.
It began at dusk on a day in October and didn't end until a summer night in June. Over 1 million miles of testing. Over 1 million miles to prove that Exxon's advanced clean engine formula will keep entire fuel systems running clean and intake valves free of deposits. It did. Exxon unleaded gasolines with unsurpassed cleaning power. Precision equipment for precision engines.
Come explore life in a Mexican village 5,000 feet above sea level. Watch Chronicle here on the A&E Cable Network.
Tomorrow.
What do these women have in common? They were all Girl Scouts. Girl Scouting showed them that they could do or be anything. An ambassador to the United Nations or an Olympic champion. Girl Scouting inspires girls to dream big and prepares them to meet the challenges of a demanding adult world. Your daughter should be a Girl Scout. She'll be in very good company, and she'll get the right start.
You're watching the Arts and Entertainment Network, brought to you by the Community Information Channel of the Memphis and Shelby County Public Library and Information Center.
There's a major cause of heart attacks that can affect anyone. High blood cholesterol. There may be no symptoms, no warnings, but most likely it's doing its share of damage. Fortunately, there are ways to reduce your risk. Have your cholesterol level checked and find out what your number means to you.
We now continue with the Red Shoes here on A&E.
It's wild. The finance guys, the banks, the brokers, they're in love with 9X.
I know it.
9X for computers, 9X for telephones. Max, do you know how many telephone systems there are besides 9X?
A zillion.
Do you know how many computer companies there are besides 9X?
2 zillion.
But everybody's using 9X. Max, what's 9X? The only game in town.
Need to communicate. Need to compute.
Why do you choose Pan Am?
As a business traveler, I think one of the neat things about an airline is a friendly staff, which Pan Am certainly has, and dependable service.
Good service, reliability, dependable, friendly people.
Love them. Very good service. Yeah. I'm always very impressed.
Add to this, Euro Savers, the lowest fares to more cities in Europe.
I've flown the foreign airlines as well, like British Airways, and I always come back to Pan Am.
This is one of 570 million refund locations for American Express traveler's checks. Because now you can get a refund anywhere there's a phone. Hand delivered anywhere you want, virtually anywhere in the world. But remember, only American Express traveler's checks offers this service. So if your bank doesn't carry them, go to one that does. Don't leave home without them.
To explain the most advanced Volvo ever requires some technical assistance to properly show its multi-link independent rear suspension, the brain center of its anti-lock braking system, the power of an intercooled turbo, and the engineering responsible for its driver's side airbag. But the Volvo 780 isn't just state-of-the-art, it's art.
Last year, I put my money in CDs and money market funds, and I did well. But now I'm paying for it in taxes. I could have gotten almost the same interest from a Nuveen tax-free bond fund and not paid a penny in federal income tax on it. Well, this year, I'm calling Nuveen. It's not what you earn, it's what you keep.
For information on Nuveen tax-free investments, call your broker or financial advisor or 800-782-9373.
We now continue with the Red Shoes here on A&E.
Pieta on A&E, premiering April 7th.
Next week on A&E, Isaac Stern, Zuckerman, and Itzhak Perlman performed Vivaldi's The Four Seasons.
On Legislative Report, we talk about your Tennessee government, your Tennessee state legislature, and new laws that affect you. Because it's your turn to have the right to know on Legislative Report.
Watch Legislative Report each week on CIC TV 9, your community information channel.
You're watching the Arts and Entertainment Network, brought to you by the Community Information Channel of the Memphis and Shelby County Public Library and Information Center.
We now continue with the Red Shoes here on A&E.
People help MDA because MDA helps people.
Whether you're going to Jackson Hole, Wyoming or Zurich, Switzerland, you can plan your trip ahead of time. We have information on U.S. cities, parks, states, and foreign countries in the History Travel Department at Main Library. The travel file has the maps, brochures, and guides you need to plan your next trip at the library.
We now continue with the Red Shoes here on A&E.